top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on last year's national champions, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
He spins that thing down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. Touchdown, Canes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Brady. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Right down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt from this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the... There he goes! The 30. He's at the 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They'll go to the air. Takes a shot. He's got him wide open. Gets loose in the middle. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Bringing the heat. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Wells. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The snap sets up to throw. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
The Canes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Back open in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's really hard sometimes when you're trying to throw the ball over the middle of the field against this D-line because they're so tall. When they get their hands up, man, as a QB, it's like trying to throw over top of some trees. Really tough to do.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Still running at the 35. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
Not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Makes the grab. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Hurricane! through the air for the score.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
Number 12, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Casey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third down after the incompletion. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Landry. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. The Hurricanes line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity. not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Back's looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Trying to slam it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made... And it takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Miami! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking left. Got his man downfield. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Complete to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Makes the grab on the left. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Landry. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's going to let it go. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Using the quick game. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
They'll try to pass their way in. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. To kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Casey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got some room to run.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Fielded in the end zone, it's Casey. And the returner will be brought down. going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And they tacked on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Landry. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The quick out. Just bulldozes another guy. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Got the first down. Looking for more. Breaks into the open. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down. Another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
The Canes look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Complete in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Powers through the defender. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Now the toss. Touchdown, Caves! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense and plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Wisconsin. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the left. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Dumps it off in the flats. Across the 25. He's got room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Wants to go up top on first down. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the left.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
They open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Gets it out quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
That makes the score Miami.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Past the first down marker and still running. Lots of running room. He's at the touchdown, Miami. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Wiggins. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense in a bunch formation. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Hits the open man. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Breaks away on the left.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Bickley. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Gives it on the option. He's inside the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.